Little black book. You know what time it is. 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 Hey guys, and welcome back to Little Black Book. You already know what time it is. Today we're talking about what does it mean when your man says, I don't want us to be on social media. Mad things. If you ever heard your man ever say that, then you need to tune into this video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe if you're new to the channel. For those of you who are returnees, make sure you ain't got the minerals, baby! Well, one of the things that we really mean is we just don't want to be on there. We don't want the relationship to be on there. That's just it. We meant what we said. We don't need to be on there. That's it. Gay. Nothing else. We just don't want to be on there. We don't want to become bagels. Yeah? We don't want to become bagels. Yeah? That's what we mean. That's what we mean by saying that I don't want to be on social media. I don't want us to become bagels. So I don't want us to be on social media. And number 3 is I don't want no case. That's probably an ominous one. Probably you might want to check your man if that's the case. But you don't want no case, which means probably your man was a little bit mad, and putting you on social media is going to cause a lot of stirs, isn't it? Yeah. So that's what we mean. But why do we say what we say? It's probably more important. So linking back to what we said, he's lurking. I mean, one of the reasons why a lot of guys potentially don't want you to be on social media, it's because we're lurking. A lot of times, you know what it is, like, we're doing what we're doing. Do you know what I mean? And we've done some madness with another girl, and it's now going to come up if we put you on there. They're going to be like, timescales, hold on a minute. Weren't my man talking to me like not long ago? Men don't want that. Yeah. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying we don't want that. That's the reason why sometimes men don't want on social media. Number 2 is also, it comes with a pressure to stay on top. When you put your partner on social media, especially if you become prominent on social media, there's a natural pressure to be this power couple, bagels, you know what I'm saying, to be this standard for everybody else. But really and truly, you just want to have a normal relationship. You know, sometimes guys just want to have a normal relationship. We are normal men. We are not superhuman beings. That's what I like say. I look at Twitter sometimes. I look at some of these females and they post up, oh, look what my man did for me, blah blah blah. You set a standard instantly in your head. You don't realize that he's now going to have to always hit, and sometimes he just wants to relax. But you've put that on Twitter, and now everyone's seen it, and everyone's going to ask, oh, so what's the last thing he did for you last time? They're going to ask about that because you've put that onto the social media platform. No, let's be freaking real. If I post up on the gram with a half-naked picture, I know exactly what I'm doing. I like my body, don't get twisted, but there's a part of me which is attention-seeking. Let's be freaking real. And I've always said this about everybody else. Vanity is absolutely real for everybody. Now, if I was to say to you, oh, that's vanity because I'm like, Ram, you can tell me my top's off is vanity, but you're wearing an Armani shirt. Vanity. You're only wearing it because you want to look good in it, and you know people are going to tell you. You want the affirmation. Let's be real. Same way a girl wears that pretty makeup, it ends up being about affirmation. When you break it down to its core, that's why BBLs are being done. It's about affirmation. That is why I go to the gym. It's about affirmation. We are all wanting affirmation. You are not free of affirmation. So when it comes to relationships, and you post up what your man just did for you, oh, babe, just did all these flowers on the thing, and you know, we just went to Paris, and you put it on the gram, and you put it on Twitter. What do you think you're doing? Because you're not posting it for me. You're not posting it for yourself. If you were, it'd be on private and only you could see it. But no, you post it up so everyone can see it because you want everyone to see what you're doing. You want affirmation. So let's not lie about that. Do you get what I'm saying? Some guys are embarrassed by their partners. That's why they haven't put them on social media. They're embarrassed. You know, probably again that's a negative in terms of the fact that your relationship might want to be checked. If that's the case, and I think the less said about that, the better. Guys know what they're doing sometimes on the gram, especially where they like photos. I guess it's a way sometimes for certain guys to kind of stop other guys doing what they do to other girls. They don't want other people to see their girl. You get me? That's just real thing. There's some guys are like that. Like they know what they do. They don't mind your girl being on the gram. They can like a few photos, but I want to put my girl on the gram because I don't want no one else liking her photos. I'm possessive like that. Some people as well want to, you know what, some people are just chill and actually they don't want everyone to know every detail of what's going on with them, or they already share enough on the social media platform that now sharing their partner is a bit much. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I share everything else with you guys, But the partner thing, let's chill. Do you know what I'm saying? And if everyone now knows your partner, especially if you're infamous and now everyone knows your partner, especially, listen, let's be real. If you're infamous, yeah, and your girl looks a certain way, or your guy even looks a certain way, but we're just talking about guys, talking about, you know, don't have your girl on the ground. People are vile. People are vile on social media. Their fingers are quick to type madness. Look how we talk about celebrities and their partners. If their partners are not up to scratch, like, how can you like that girl? She's so butters, instantly a judgment. But you like your girl, but you don't want people to be judging her. Why? Because that's how people are, man. They will cuss you they'll cuss you on social media saying, bro, how can you be that girl, and it can get into your head. So it's better to avoid it. Just be real. Both on social media much, it's really just to kind of, you don't want everybody in their business, man. You don't want everybody asking questions. If you're always in some, and what, people wish you badly, you know. All the time they see you happy on the gram, you know, happy on Twitter, happy on Facebook, together, always in pictures. People are like, I wish that was my life, and then they become envious and jealous of you, and that's how you get bad wishes. That's how you get people just wanting to come at you mad left ways, and then you get people celebrating when you break up. Like, I'm so glad they broke up, blah blah blah. Why? Because you've presented an image which is perfection, and unfortunately, people can't cope with perfection because none of us are perfect. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think that's why a lot of people don't, especially a lot of us guys, don't want to do that, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we know how people behave. We know how they, how does that make that partner feel? I know that certain women want to be showed off, and they don't feel, sometimes they make them feel like they're not good enough to be showed off. Because that's the whole point. Like, you put your partner on the gram or on Twitter, you are showing them off. And you know what, sometimes by showing them off, you're putting them up to public execution, you know. But I can understand why certain women will feel like, do you know what, maybe I'm not good enough, that's why he's not put me on there. And it makes them feel a little bit downhearted, or, do you know what I mean, a little bit down in their spirit. Because other guys are showing their girls, but you don't show me off. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I can understand why sometimes that would be the case for certain people. I get it. You know what, it can make you feel like your man doesn't want to claim you as well. It's not just obviously now that man doesn't want to show you off, or that he's embarrassed by you, but now it may make you feel that, you know what, he doesn't want to claim you. And and there are real things like that, where guys don't want to claim a girl, so they don't put the girl on socials. Because, like I said, they're moving mad. So it can make you feel like, you're not going to claim me. Like, you not put me on the ground means you're not claiming me. And I can understand that. I can work with that. I can see how you feel like that. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm understanding your point of view. It can also make you feel like, you know what, maybe he is seeing someone else. Or maybe he is trying to move mad. I can understand that, because what have you got to hide if you put me on the ground? What have you got to hide if you put me on Twitter? What's there to hide? I mean, you know what I'm saying, like, you're out here all the time, so why do you need to hide those things? Like, do you know what I mean? So I can understand that. I can actually work with that and say, look, I can understand how you feel in those few points that we mentioned. There's probably other points that I probably missed out, but I can understand those feelings. But I'm sure there's other reasons why some people do that, and they're probably mad to the left, mad crazy as well. But that's the roundup there, guys. Why the guys not put you on the ground? That's probably a lot of reasons I've mentioned. You know what I'm saying? But make sure you like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Little Blackbird, you know what time it is. That note was slightly off, but don't watch that, guys. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got the minerals, baby. Wakanda forever. Are you mad? Are you lean, baby? Yeah, when he says don't worry about her, you need to worry. Okay? Yeah. What he said he didn't mean it. He actually was lying. Yeah, you need to worry about it. Number 3 point is this: if he says obviously don't worry about her, it could also mean that, you know what, he hasn't got it handled. Like, they haven't done anything yet, but he hasn't got anything handled. Because like point 2 is about, point 2 he's done something already, but point 3 is he hasn't done anything yet, but considering to do something.